gmann938 here to share with you a story that happened today based on a true story. The book's name is called Survival Log. Day 1. Me and my pals go on an adventure through Mason's portal to do a game named Abba. We wander for a long time to find a good cave. We find a village and a cave next to it. We start. I'm day 2 through 4. I mine as much as I can, while I encounter Anthony many a times. I find no diamonds or spawners. I decide to give up and go to the surface to look for goodies. I find a desert temple beside a village, and I find 6 diamonds and other goodies. As I start to return where we started, we had traveled a long ways, and the easiest way to get back was through the nether. So I go to the village and get 5 obsidian from the blacksmith. Dragon wins the Abba. Caving. Anthony starts to make the portal. People start breaking it. Smoke Piggy! So we are helpless. Smoke Piggy runs with the obby back to his house. I lead the rest to a lava pool that I found earlier. I run out of food, so I go away from the pack. I kill some bunnies for an extra boost. Everyone else leaves, and the only ones left are Anthony, Dragon, and me. I need more food, so I wander off again. I find a small pack of pigs and bunnies atop a mountain. I look over and see Dragon and Anthony going into the portal without me. Day 5. I enter the mysterious wasteland through the black portal. It is very red, and I am met with 2 giant fat marshmallow flying monsters who shoot spicy meatballs so spicy that they are on fire. So I also follow some man-made pillars without knowledge of where they lead or where they end up. I become tired and make a small hut of the red stone that is in this place. Day 6. As I enter the hut, I observe the barren, hellish land that I am lost in, and see rotting, erect pigs. I also see a black fort, not to be racist, and I go atop the roof where I see 2 black skellies, again, not to be racist. I am encountered by 2 more giant, fat, flying marshmallows. I am lost and start to wander. Madness starts to overflow in me, and I hear voices in my head, hoping and criticizing. They tell me directions, and I decide to rest before moving on. Day 7. I move quickly to the place the voices in my head told me to go, and on my way, I see another portal in the distance. I decide to fall off a cliff to get to it. Bad decision, because I move slowly due to a broken leg. I decide to rest before entering Day 8. I wake up early to go through and come at an unfamiliar territory. I see a wolf sitting next to a chest with an orange collar. I also see a cow farm, low on food and hunger. I decide to kill some and cook it. I move towards where I do familiar territory is. Day 9. I walk into an ocean and decide to sail it to get home faster. As I sail, I see tiny islands go by, and while watching them, I crash into one myself. The island has a few sheep, and I decide to make a small shelter for the night, since I overslept. Day 10. I sail even more, but this time the islands get bigger. Once I reach land, I see a cobblestone wiener. I knew it was most likely Smoked Piggy's, because I've seen his wiener before in other places, like caves and spawn. But I must leave this wiener behind. To reach home, I wander for a bit longer till I encounter a small lit up hidey hole. That is where I rested for the night. Day 11. I move out the hidey hole to a light I see in the distance, and I saw a building further out. I get excited. Images start flashing through my mind. Home, friends, and the cobblestone wiener. I was rushing, not stopping for anything. I reached the building, and I checked the chest outside of it for food. There is none, but there is a small carrot farm, so I take from that. The sign in front of the barn, like house, read Telly's home. There is a black portal in it, not to be racist, and I enter it. Hoping to be home soon, I see the Nether Hub and decide to go to spawn to see if there's anything new. I see Prime at the Secret Santa instruction board, and I decide to rest again before I go home. Day 12. The next morning I quickly enter the Nether and run down Anthenoi's headquarters tunnel. As I do this, more images flash from my head. Home, friends, and the cobblestone wiener. I am very excited to get to my house and be safe once again. Epilogue. I returned home safely and with a good story to tell and to make people laugh. The reward is the journey. That's the end of this episode. Hope you all have a happy holidays.